Hello everybody, welcome you all in this online edu classes for class 8 social science. This is the second part of the video for chapter 10 India after independence, and I am Meenakshi Pandey going to present this video before you all. Now let us understand better the learning outcomes of this video. You will be able to learn that how the formation of linguistic states were there, then how was the planning and development taken up in India, and then finally we'll be learning about the condition of our country after 60 years of independence. So let us begin with the first topic, how were states to be formed. In 1920s, the Indian National Congress had promised each major linguistic group that after independence, each group would have its own province. However, after independence, the Congress did not keep up this promise. Both Prime Minister Nehru and Deputy Prime Minister Vallabhbhai Patel were against the creation of linguistic states. India had been divided on the basis of religion, and as the result of the partition, more than 1 million people had been killed in Hindu-Muslim riots. As you can see in the pictures given here, that how the life of local people were a lot disturbed. Along with that, millions of people were forced to migrate from their places. The Congress leaders would now go back on their promise, created great disappointment, and owing to this, the Kannada speaking person, Malayalam speakers, and the Marathi speakers had all looked forward to having their own states. The strongest protest came from Telugu speaking district of Madras Presidency. When Nehru went to campaign there during the general elections of 1952, black flags and slogans demanding "We want Andhra" greeted him badly. In October of that year, a veteran Gandhian named Potti Sriramalu went on a hunger fast, demanding the formation of Andhra state to protect the interest of Telugu speaker. With the fast going on, it attracted much support. Hartals and bands were observed in many towns. On December 15, 1952, after 58 days into his fast, Potti Sriramalu died. The news of the passing away of Sriramalu engulfed entire Andhra in chaos. The protests were so widespread and intense that the central government was forced to give it to a demand. Thus, on 1st October 1953, the new state of Andhra was created. After creation of Andhra Pradesh, other linguistic communities also demanded their own states. It resulted in creation of State Reorganization Commission. It submitted the report in 1956. It recommended redrawing of provincial boundaries to form compact provinces. These provinces were Assamese, Bengali, Odia, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and Telugu speakers, respectively. The large Hindi speaking region of North India was broken up into several states. In 1960, the bilingual state of Bombay was divided into separate state of Marathi and Gujarati speakers. In the similar manner, in 1966, the state of Punjab was also divided into Punjab and Haryana. Punjab for the Punjabi speakers and Haryana for the rest who spoke Haryanvi dialect or Hindi. Now let us know about the planning and development. In 1950, the government set up a planning commission to help design and execute suitable policies for economic development. It was based on mixed economy model. Here both the state and the private sectors would play important and complementary roles in increasing production and generating jobs. Prime Minister Nehru was a great supporter of 5-year plans, and he wrote many letters to the chief ministers explaining his ideals and purpose. These sectors would be under control of state. There were certain vocal critics as well. Some felt that it had put inadequate emphasis on agriculture. At the same time, there was a huge search for an independent foreign policy. India gained independence soon after the devastation of Second World War. The world faced the Cold War between the USA and USSR. This led the world being polarized and formation of military alliances. Not only that, it was also the period when colonial empires were collapsing and many countries were attaining independence. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who was also the Foreign Minister of newly independent India, developed Free India's foreign policy in this context. Non alignment formed the bedrock of this foreign policy of India. Led by the statesmen from Egypt, Yugoslavia, Indonesia, Ghana, and India, the non aligned movement urged countries not to join either of the two major alliances. But this policy of staying away from alliance was not a matter of remaining isolated or neutral. By the end of 1970s, a large number of countries had joined the non-aligned movement. On 15th August 2017, India celebrated 70 years of its existence as a free nation. Now, let us know about it. How well has the country done in this time? Up to what extent has it fulfilled the ideals set out in its constitution? India is still a democratic country and we are justly proud of it. Many foreign observers had felt that India could not survive as a single country. It would break up to many parts on the basis of regions or linguistic group. But anyways, almost 13 general elections have been held since independence, as well as hundreds of state election has been done. People speak different languages and follow different religions, but still they are united. Despite constitutional guarantees, the untouchables or Dalits face violence and discrimination. In many parts of rural India, they are not allowed access to water sources, temples, parks, and other public places too, as it is visible in this picture. Here, social status is also a matter of comparison, as the rich people also discriminate the poor people. Above all, as many observers have noted, the gulf between the rich and the poor has grown over the years. The Constitution recognizes equality before the law, but in real life, some Indians are more equal than others. Judged by these standards, it set itself at independence. The Republic of India has not been a great success, but it has not been a failure either. With this, I would like to conclude the topic. We'll meet again in the next video. Till then, thank you.